What's good, Ignitions? Don't forget to follow me on these platforms. What's good, Ignitions? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Santos. I go by PR_Firecracker here on YouTube as well as on the gram. Do not forget to follow me on the gram for all updates on contents and when they're going to be released. And of course, following your favorite influencer. Hello! In today's video, I wanted to bring you guys three beautiful looks with the Nataha Denona Love palette, excuse me. I did want to give you guys my verdict on this palette. I actually had a really good time creating these three looks. My verdict with the palette is that if you are a pink lover like myself and you like colors like this is definitely up your alley. I think that this is a great investment for all the pink lovers. So I do hope you guys like it. Do not forget to give me a thumbs up in the video. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you guys think and what you guys want to see. Alright, Ignitions, I appreciate all the love and stay tuned for the What's good, Ignitions? Welcome back to my channel. I did want to put out a disclaimer real quickly. In my last video, when I reviewed the footage, there was a lot of noise. First and foremost, I had to apologize. I do live in New York. I am a New York based influencer, so there's always construction going on, there's always loudness going on, so there was just a combination of a lot of stuff going on. So firstly, me and my mom live together. I take care of her full time, so she's always in the background with the TV at like 100 because she can't hear. Then we have a few dogs, so you can call me the dog whisperer, or you know, I might have a little 101 Dalmatians moment sometimes. It's construction right outside the building, so you might be hearing a lot of dings and noises. You know, a construction site pretty much. But just wanted to let you guys know that, so you guys don't think that I didn't hear that. I'm working on getting a mic so I can do voiceovers, so that way everything's a lot clearer and concise. Today I wanted to bring you guys a full-on pink moment. I wanted to embody Mr. Man right over here. I know he's so controversial here on YouTube. He's just always into some drama. What can you do? But his products are bomb. He does develop really good formulas. So I do like his products. Video, I am going to be using the Nataha Denona Love palette. I love the color story in this palette. So let me not blind you guys. I'm gonna flip it over this way. So this is the color story in the palette. Very beautiful. I love that they have a mixture of pinks and purples. And there is two duochrome formulas here that reflect more than one color. And what I really love about this palette is that they incorporated a red. If you guys are lovers of pink like myself, first of all, this palette will be right up their alley. But incorporating a red shadow usually doesn't take away from the softness of a pink, you know, look. Because if you go with something that's going to deepen it, it usually takes away from the softness and the femininity of it. So a red just deepens it without making it look smoky. So I love that. And can we have a moment of silence for this beautiful bad boy, the Nataha Denona Love Glow Cheek Palette. I'm sorry, I don't know why I fumbled on that. It's just, I mean, the snow globe effect is just gorgeous. So this is just like her other palettes. She has 4 different shades on here, and I will be incorporating that in the video. I do want to give you guys a description of the palette before we move into the look. As of right now, November 5th, 2020, it is still on the Sephora website, and right now we are in the VIB sale. So let me give you a description of the palette. This is a seductive palette that can be used for playful, bold creations or effortless wearable everyday looks. I mean, pink is not for everybody, but I think you can make some of the colors wearable, or you don't even have to always use every shadow in here. You could always incorporate a brown. I wish they would have put like a soft pinky brown in here, but we're gonna work with what we have. All right, so I'm gonna hop off camera really quickly and do a look, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the look that I came up with. This is your everyday wearable look, nothing crazy. Alright, so I am going to take, this is my product, I'm not using this on clients. I am just going to take a nice little streak here, dot here. Sorry, I don't want to. Here and here. I did order two, what is it called? Softbox lights. So they are coming so I can record pretty much any time of the day, because once 3 o'clock comes, I can't even record because it gets super dark in my room, and this ring light that I have here is not enough light to light up the video. It just looks, I didn't like it, so I'm just taking it day by day, but I'm trying to do the best that I can with what I have, because honestly this YouTube thing it's expensive. You know, you have to buy a lot of equipment, and I still have to buy a mic because all the noise in the background is just so unprofessional, and I just feel like it lowers the quality of your video. Alright, so that's the base. I am going to set using a facial powder. I am going to set with my Sephora Micro Smoothing Powder. This one in number, what number is this? Number 30. So I'm going to use this all over my eyelid just to get that nice smooth base. I don't want any of the shadows to skip. So I'm going to go ahead and take my powder. 227 from MAC. There you go. So I'm taking this much product and I'm just going to pat this onto my eyelid. Alright, so going onto the palette, I am going to be using, Soul here. Is that Soul? Sorry, Intense. Excuse me, Intense. I'm going to use Intense with a little bit of First, which is this light shade, just to blend. We want to get that initial transition color going, so that's what we're going to do. Go ahead and take that. And I usually try to start my shadows out here. For anybody that's deep set, you want to make sure that when you're applying your eyeshadows that you're applying them where when you look straight you can actually see them. Don't apply them directly into the crease because you're really not going to be able to see them because you already have a prominent crease. So let's make sure that we are placing them where we can see them. So you see I start right out here and then I come outwards when I blend. All the way inside and then blend upwards and out. Okay, and I like to kind of connect it inside the eye but still bringing it outwards. Okay, that looks good. Ooh, that looks good. Ones, I'm not a huge fan of the synthetics. I just feel like a natural brush does something different and it really makes your eyeshadows look like diffused and airbrushed. Okay, verbiage, 221 from MAC, so it's a very pointy tapered brush. And I'm gonna go right into Soul, the dark red color here. Boom, go right into this. And I'm gonna put that right outside, just like how I have it here. I'm gonna go right outside. I'm gonna go actually halfway into the eye. So we're just gonna stomp it. I'm gonna tilt back. Giraffe over here. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start stamping it. So almost like doing like a liner. I'm gonna start right out here and then I'm just gonna really get out here. But you just gotta believe in what you're doing and your vision. It's super important. And remember, makeup is fun. Like at the end of the day, you can wipe it off and we love that. But it is important to believe in your vision and just trust the process. It might not look good at first, but in the end, it does. Oh, and I just took the red shadow and I'm building that intensity. Now I'm gonna just take just a tap of First, and then I'm gonna blend everything out. That looks so good. Alright, so I like to just blend out the edges first in little circular motion. Because I don't want to really take it upwards, but I definitely want to pull outwards. get that beautiful gradient. I love to contour the inside of my eye. So if you guys like that, like almost like snatched nose, then go ahead and really bring your eyeshadow right into where the bridge of your nose is, right? Which looks like a nice pinky champagne, right here. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's a flat synthetic brush. This is a 242 from MAC. This is one of my favorite brushes for about 6 years when I worked with the brand. I sold thousands of these because it works. It was just a good brush. I love it. I love it. I was like, this is a must, period. All right, guys, sorry, I digress. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the product, that much, and I'm gonna go ahead and start packing it onto the eyelid. This is so pretty, this pink champagne. This is definitely a wearable everyday look. You know, it's funny, I bought this palette. Actually, shout outs to Bobby Brown, my team, Bobby Brown at 59th Street, Bloomingdale's. For my birthday in February, they got me a gift card to Sephora, and I purchased this collection because they all knew I was a lover of pink and I needed this in my life, period. So I went to get it, but of course, shortly after I got it, the pandemic happened, so I never really got to play with it. So this is probably the first time I'm getting to play with it, and I actually really do love the palette. It is very okay. Alright guys, so I am going to get off camera really quickly. I'm going to do my face makeup and come back and finish off the face and lips. Alright, stay tuned. Okay guys, so I went off camera really quickly to just do my base. So let's go back onto the eyes. This is the Nobla Cosmetics Magic Pencil in Nude. I'm gonna add this to the rim of my waterline. I love a nude eyeliner. It really just gives you this doll eye look. And who doesn't want that? This one from the palette right here, and I'm going to go ahead and add that to the bottom lash line. So yes, like I was saying, on the bottom, I feel like it ties the look together. All right, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of that intense, and I'm not gonna do it all the way, I'm just gonna bring it halfway. Just so that I have that beautiful little bit of shadow, pink shadow on the bottom. And again, you can make this as intense as you want, you can leave it as soft as you want. But let's add a little bit more drama to the eye. Again, I'm just gonna take that halfway. Yes, eat it up, your pink fantasy. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. If you're having issues with blending any kind of shadow on the bottom lash line, what you can do is take your pinky finger and just run it along the lash line. When I'm doing clients, that's what I usually do to blend out, because sometimes the bottom just be giving you a difficult time cleaning. So take your finger and look up and go ahead and blend out, and you'll see that this will give you the most beautiful, softest blend ever, and you don't have to feel like your eye is being chopped up by a brush. It makes it super shadowy. Now you just want to make sure that the depth on both sides are the same. I blended out too much on this side, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Oh my gosh, they are doing so much outside and it's so loud. Sorry about that, guys. To finish, this is another professional tip. If you guys feel like there is any choppy lines or harsh lines, what you do is just take your facial powder. Just make sure it's not darker than your skin tone, your actual skin tone. Just dip into your blending brush and just smooth out everything. And this will give you that almost very shadowy, diffused kind of situation. And we like that, we like that. So another pro tip, I'm just giving you guys all the pro tips. If you feel like you wanted to, say you did a very dramatic outer crease and you wasn't expecting to add so much product out here, when you're doing your concealer, you can kind of bring it straight out. But then when you are working it into the skin, you can just tap right onto the eyeshadow and you'll start to see a beautiful soft blending effect happen. A lot of the times I do that with clients, especially when they're not very much into a lot of eyeshadow looks or very heavy eyeshadow makeup. So like they feel like a dark brown is too much. So I'll be like, just give me a second. When I get to the under eyes, I'm going to take a little bit of concealer, and it always works out. Remember to listen to your customer. Open. Love, love, love her. I'm going to go ahead and, for this portion, I'm going to go ahead and just use the cream blush. I love, love, love creams. I think I said that in my last video. I prefer creams over powder only because they don't texturize the skin and they leave the skin with this almost avant-garde magazine kind of skin, and I think that's gorgeous. Like, you can't really mimic that anywhere else. Okay, we're done, guys. Let's just apply the blush and leave it like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just melt this product into the skin and almost contour and shape my face with it as well, because the little bit of bronzer that I put on, you'll never see this face, by the way, without any bronzer, period. He's a little tough one. He's like, this is my house. Y'all big dogs, you bow down to me. All right, guys, so that is the cream blush. You see, it's very buildable. I've used this product like twice, so I know how much to put on. See that beautiful glow? Go right back into the Nataha Denona, and I'm going to use Intense as the blush brush. I'm just going to take a little bit of this bad boy, right? Take off excess and apply on my skin. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place. And just apply that, just to get that nice blush situation situated. If you've gotten this far, and you are loving the technique, don't forget to thumbs up the video. And if I missed anything, or if you guys have any questions, sound off down below, ignitions. Let me know what your thoughts are. If I missed anything, if you have any questions, I will make sure that I'll get to it. Glow. I'm all about that glow. Okay, guys. So I'm going to take a Morphe highlighting brush. I'm going to just grab some. And I'm also going to use this as on my tear duct. So go ahead here. And I'm going to almost make it like a U. Yes. Can you see that? Okay, I'm gonna take this down the bridge of my nose. Actually, I'm just gonna take my finger and just pop it right here. Bloop, bloop. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that right here on the center to make my little nose highlight, nose contour pop. Okay. I'm gonna take a little bit of that right on top of my Cupid's bow. Sorry, I'm blocking the camera. And for me, because I am deep set, I like to come out really far so that way I can actually see the highlight when I apply it. Because I'm that bitch, no kidding. I'm used to like bright. Go into nylon, boop, 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 and bring it upwards. Yes! Just to brighten stuff up. But let's get right in here. Yes, you see that? This is life. So I'm gonna just hit the middle of my nose and right here. So Okay, cheeks are popping, skin is looking good, eye makeup is bomb, brows is wispy, and let's get on to the lip. This is with coconut and mango, but who doesn't love a coconut and mango cocktail? Yes. So this is Dervish lip liner. My Ariana Grande, this is a Viva Glam Ariana Grande, where she was our Viva Glam spokesperson like 4 years ago, I believe. Okay. Now to do my little final touch up, I always take my finger and do this. So that way there is no lipstick. So when I smile, there's no lipstick on my teeth. And I don't have to think about it until I'm gonna clean off and reapply my lip. This is the completed look. If you guys have any questions about the products, let me know. I am going to do 2 more looks because I do want to use my red pencil, my Marc Jacobs pencil. It's like a nice wine color, so I want to go ahead and use this in my next look or my last look. So stay tuned for the other 2 looks. Alright guys, so here's look number 2. I did a sultry smoky halo eye. I'm gonna zoom you guys in on this eye. It gets very, very messy in the beginning, so don't get discouraged. It happens to the best of us, like it does take time. So just watch, trust the process, believe in the process. They say it all the time, it is true. So the light shade here, let me just cover my face, there we go. This with a little bit of this, just to get that crease color going. Okay. And we just really want to contour that eye. Brush. This is the MAC 221 brush. And I'm going to dip into Trust. This color right here, right there. And I'm going to place that on the inner and outer parts. And if you see my technique, I'm really just pressing it onto the eye. See that? Continue to pick up product until you get your desired darkness. Now, if you are somebody that likes it very softly blend, just do 1 layer. And it won't be as intense as the other side of my eye. But again, you have to believe in the process. So I love this brush because I can really start blending upwards and I can really control where I apply. That's what I love about this brush. Okay. My brush, and I am softly going to blend. We do not want harsh lines when it comes to this. And I do have to say that these Nataha Denona shadows do blend out really nicely. I take Commitment, this almost black shade here. Okay, so let's, oh, this is much better. I can see so much better with this mirror. Okay, so I'm just taking a little bit of the black right on the inner and outer parts. I'm gonna take Blind. Let me just show you guys what I'm doing. Taking Blind. That shade, that silver shade. And I'm going to pack it. Let's see. just feel like this color could have been so much more blinding. And now I'm going to get those contours and those edges nice and smooth. Okay. As well as out here. There we go. Okay guys, so this is where we're at so far. So I'm going to use the Milk Makeup eyeliner in Boss. Rim my waterline with this and then smudge it out. Okay. This is super, super black. I like to also get right up on the lash line. This is called tight lining. Yes. Yes, yes. Tight lining the eye. Brush, so I'm going to be using my 210, I think this is, or 219 from MAC up here. And I'm going to just smoke out my lash line. Okay. This, I think, is where it comes through. If you guys like it a little bit darker, you can go ahead with the darker shade in the palette, which is Commitment, and smoke out the bottom lash line. But I actually really want to keep that purple fantasy going on. Put on some lashes. Now, this is a pro tip for all of my ladies and gentlemen watching. If you go ahead with your gel liner or any kind of eyeliner and rim the band, just rim the whole lash band and it looks brand new. So I'm going to apply this off camera and I'll be right back. I did put on my lashes and just clean up my under eyes, so because I had a lot of fallout, and finish up the look. I am going to just take Intense here and I'm going to use that as my blush. I do apologize if I'm sniffling. I'm not sick. Show you guys. Take that and I'm going to go ahead and apply. This look came out really, really nice. I really enjoy this palette and what it can do. I just expected more from the palette. So again, I'm just putting on a little bit of that Intense as my blush, and I am gonna finish the look off with the Ariana Grande gloss. I love the original MAC lip glosses. They were so good. Alright guys, so this is the second look to this video. Very sultry, very festive. This could have been a Halloween look for anybody. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up again. So this is look number 2, and now on to look number 3. Hey guys, so for this clip I had to go into voiceover because it was very loud in the background between my mother and the dogs and the construction. So I hope you guys enjoy this, a little bit more intimate. So to start off, I did prime my eyes with the P. Louise base, and I did set it just with translucent powder. So now I'm going into Intense, and first I'm mixing them together to get a soft transition. I did keep in the clips of me blending so you guys can enjoy that process. So right here I am, after you build up the transition to how you like it, I like it very soft, so I am going to move on to the next color. I am using Heart, which is that beautiful red shade, and I love, 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 love red shades because you see as you softly blend them out, they become like almost like a mid-tone to a darker pink. So I'm blending it in the crease and I'm also building it. So you're going to see in this part that I'm going between two brushes. I'm going between a 221 from MAC, which is like a pointed, it's like a detailed brush. And then I'm going in with my 224 to softly blend everything to make it very shadowy. So bam, that's where we're at right now. So now I'm taking a MAC 242 or any kind of synthetic flat brush. And I'm going in with that gorgeous duochrome shade from the palette. It's called Given. Now this shadow I had to build up a lot because it wasn't pigmented. I think it would have been better off. I would have been better off if I would have used my finger, but it worked out in the end. I just had to really, really pack that bad boy on, but the end result was gorgeous. So I think I went into the pan a couple, like maybe like 3 or 4 times. As you can see, I keep on going back into the pan. Me looking down is just me picking out the shades. So now I'm going back into that heart shade. So again, you're gonna see me going back and forth because I really, really want a little bit of dimension outside, but excuse me, on the outer part of the eye. But I did want to make the shadow because I want the depth, but I didn't want to darken it. Alright guys, so now I'm moving on to my Fenty Beauty highlighter in More Money and Hustler Baby, and I'm just using the satiny side. I'm going to use this as my brow bone highlight. If you are deep set like myself, it's a great idea to put something satin or matte up there just to separate your crease because your crease is already defined. So I'm taking my holy grail. If you guys know me, I love me some nylon and rice paper. So I'm going to put this in my inner tear duct just to get that beautiful light going. Now this is going to be just the start because I am going to add some glitter and some fun to the look. Because I mean, I didn't want to keep the look so basic because this is the last look. Of course, we had to go in for the kill, right guys? Alright, so I am using my liquid eyeliner. I forget the name of this liner. It is from MAC. This is one of my favorite liners. I'm really not good at doing liner on camera, so I did have to get off really quickly and do the liner. But here is the result. I have to be super close. Is it just me, or is anybody challenged with doing eyeliner? Because for me, I have to get super, super close to the mirror to achieve this sharp line. By the way, if you guys are struggling with eyeliner, head to my Instagram. I do have a pro tip for you guys there. And talking about pro tip, this is a pro tip. I'm using one of my favorite mascaras from MAC. This is the In Extreme Dimension in Extreme Black. And when I do take it out, I like to bend it because the way your hand is, it when you bend the one, you get more control opposed to it being straight where you really got to navigate it. And I find that when women do their mascara, they're very challenged. They only get the middle. So with this kind of technique, you really get all of your lashes because our lash band is round. It's not straight. So you see me getting right in between the lashes. There was really no gaps between my lashes when I looked forward. So that's a little pro tip for you guys. Bend your mascara. So here I'm taking two MAC pigments. I think these were, there's one Pro pigment and one limited edition pigment. This pigment is one of my favorites. This is Reflect Pink from MAC. I believe this is only a MAC Pro exclusive, but you see it's beaming. It's like beautiful diamonds. If you got really close to my eye, it was reflecting like a beautiful soft pink. So right now I'm taking my lash glue and I'm going to just put it right in the center because I'm going to put one of those stars right in the middle. I love this little object. It's super sharp, but it's super detailed. So here we go. This is where the fun and the magic happens. I think this is where the look really stands out. Um, so I am putting 3 gems on in my crease. So I'm just gonna etch out where I'm gonna put them. These gems I've got from Amazon, they were like, I think they were less than $10. They were super inexpensive, and I'm looking forward to creating more beautiful looks with the stones, especially now that we're approaching holiday. I'm super, super excited. If you guys have any ideas that you want me to create, let me know. Sound off down below, Ignitions, let me know. So I'm placing the first gem here. Now, I would suggest that you guys allow the lash glue to get slightly tacky, so give it like 10 seconds. And then, or even longer than that, maybe like 15, 20 seconds. So that way, once the stone touches the skin, it will grip onto it immediately. So you don't have no issues with them falling off later. This makeup stood on me all day. I felt so cute. Alrighty, and I'm just etching out where I'm going to place the last one in BM. Oh, so for the lashes, I'm just using Ardell Wispies, if you guys have any questions about that. I do love me some Ardell Wispies. I love the Ardell line. If you guys are looking for inexpensive lashes, that's the way to definitely go. So I'm going ahead and using my Nars Radiant Concealer. This is my corrector shade. As you see, it's very salmony. This will block out all of the purple and a lot of the pink that I have from the fallout. It's going to neutralize all of that, so that way when I do put on my concealer, my eyes are bright. And it's so funny how corrector works, because look at, if you have the right corrector, immediately it changes up the face. Like your eyes look brighter. It looks like, wait till we get out of frame here, excuse me, like zoom out, you'll see that, look, boom, it looks like I already have foundation on. I mean, other than little scruffiness that I have, I cannot talk, the little scruffs that I have from shaving. Now again, after I put on my corrector, I'm going to go ahead and etch out where I'm going to put the other 3 stones. Now I went like 2 sizes smaller. I'm just making sure that they're aligned with the other side. And you see, because I let it get tacky, how the skin pulled up. So that's a good thing. That's a good sign. I really did enjoy doing this look. This look was so much fun, and I was definitely feeling myself. I felt like a baddie. Girls always have so much fun. Y'all so lucky. But it's okay, I could be a lady boy and I can join the crew. So for this, I really just sped up the skin process because it's very similar to my first tutorial. So I'm just using a tinted moisturizer. I do not like heavy foundations, guys. So I like my skin to be very breathable. Look at that. You can see how soft the skin looks when you use something a little bit more lighter. It also doesn't texturize the skin. It actually does the opposite. It smooths out when you put less product. So I'm going ahead and using my, before I use this concealer, this is the Hourglass Concealer, which I love for my under eyes. I find that it doesn't crease. It brightens up beautifully. Look at that. Like butter. But for the face, I use the Nars All Matte concealer in the pot, which I love, and that one was in Biscuit. Guys, I cut myself. You see how devoted I am to these videos? I don't cut myself and it actually hurt like a biatch. Alright guys, so now make sure that you press out any of the creasing. If you do have, you don't want to set the creasing. Smooth out everything, and I'm taking my Huda Beauty setting powder in Pound Cake and I'm pressing it with a puff. I find that this technique actually works better than using like a wet sponge. It really just diffuses any kind of texture on the skin and under the eye. Now, for my overall facial powder, I'm using the Micro Smooth powder from Sephora, and I'm going ahead and do not, I mean this guys, do not, when you're putting on powder, don't go back and forth because you're lifting product that is not set. So really just roll the brush. So pick up the product and roll it. I know it might take a couple seconds longer, but when you do that technique, you really get a nice blurring effect, and your powder does, excuse me, your makeup does not come off. So guys, this is one of my secrets. This, I love this bronzer. This is the bronzer from Marc Jacob. This is the Tantastic bronzer. Tantastic is life, y'all. It is a nice shadowy shade, so it's great for contouring. It's not going to give you that bronze look. It's going to give you more of a shadow look. But if you pack it on, you'll get that like super defined face. I love this. And I also love it for nose contouring, as you guys can see. So now we're moving on to highlight. I'm just going to finish off this nose contour. I'm going to do a little button nose part and then just down the bridge halfway, just to get that little, you know, Instagram nose, the baddie nose. Now I'm going in with the cream blush from the Nataha Denona Love Palette, which I love. It's a nice soft pink. It's gorgeous. I love the glow that it gives. It's so nice. I love the Nataha Denona cheek palette. It's awesome. So here I'm going ahead and taking Intense and Heart, and I'm buffing it out. with my finger. This is a pro tip if you guys are having issues with getting the bottom lash line to look shadowy instead of stark. Just use your pinky and it will blend out nicely. You know I'm feeling it. Look at me. Hey, hey, hey. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the look. If you guys recreate it, don't forget to tag me. I love all of you guys. And I'm signing off. Later.